Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Got a brand new tea light for you today. How exciting. Today I have a reading for Aquarius moons. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. It's very nice to see you. Thanks for coming on over. Oh, sorry, I didn't. That's better. Okay. So as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy, and we'll see what message the moon has for you today, for this month. Ah, that was my bad. Here, I'll take both of those. Got a bonus card. Fun. I love a bonus card. Oh, can you see the little rays of light? That doesn't always happen with this. It's only when the flame is really bright. It's very bright and very strong today. Probably, honestly, just because I put a new tea light in. But it's pretty, isn't it? Okay, Aquarius moons. Let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have wholeness with Aquarius and the water element. All right, and for your tarot cards, we have Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands reversed, Seven of Pentacles, the Seed reversed, aka Temperance reversed, Nine of Wands, and the Witch reversed, aka the Magician reversed. And then we will flip over this card whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. Okay, so given that we have this wholeness card and the Nine of Wands, I feel like we're kind of in a place here where we're talking about something that's coming to a completion, coming to an end. Maybe not like super soon, but just kind of approaching that, kind of starting to tie things up, wrap things up. But I feel like there's definitely still quite a bit of chaos. I think you might be at a point where it kind of feels like something that like has been going on for so long, and maybe you've been wanting to be done with for a long time, but now that you're finally like at that end point, it just feels really crazy and chaotic and like, oh my God, wait, I have so much to do. Oh my God, wait, we can't be done with this so soon. You know, I still have this much to do. Or just, even though you're getting towards the end, you still kind of feel like you don't. So let me explain what I mean by that. We have this Eight of Wands reversed, which is chaos. But also, so Eight of Wands is very quick fast-paced energy, right? You can tell with the, this tornado and the wands flying around. But when it's reversed, that suggests to me that there are blockages and obstacles and things getting in your way that is like preventing this kind of smooth, the energy going and flowing. It's not doing that right now. As well as with the seed reversed, aka temperance reversed, that's a lack of balance and certainly a lack of peace. And with the Nine of Wands itself, we have this person here who's got, his wands, and he's kind of like looking around, It's this feeling of getting so far into a project or something, but still feeling so not at the end, right? Because with this person in the Nine of Wands, there's somebody who has fought and fought and fought and fought so many battles to be where they're at, right? So they're kind of on edge and they're trying to like defend everything that they've worked so hard for, right? Because if we think of the story of Wands from Ace to 10, Ace is the beginning, 10 is the end, right? So being right at 9, I feel like I keep repeating this, but being at the end of something but not really feeling it for one reason or another, right? Maybe there's, based on this reading, I feel like there's still things that need to be done that are struggling to really get there, or just kind of general chaos, right? So all that being said, we have this Queen of Swords here. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that noise. We have this Queen of Swords here that I think is an energy that you have really learned to tap into during this time, maybe without even knowing it. Queen of Swords, swords as a suit, it represents intelligence and the mind and clarity, cleverness. So Queen of Swords is quite literally the queen of that. She can come off as a bit cold and icy, right? She sits on this throne that's like crystal, but also looks very icy, right? And she has this thick, furry cloak around her. She comes off as very cold, but it's because she is very good at putting aside her emotions to do the things that she just has to do right now. Now, I specifically say putting aside, right? That doesn't mean burying emotions. That doesn't mean throwing away emotions. It just means putting them to the side, putting away any biases that she has, and just sticking to what is in front of me, what is reality, and what is objectively the best thing to do in this situation. And I'm going to do that. And anything else, not that it's not important, but just that this isn't the time and place for it, right? Those are things I'm going to deal with later, right? At another time. I'm going to put them in a box, set them to the side, and then open that box once things are a little less chaotic, right? And I'm in a more secure and stable spot. That's when I can deal with those. So Queen of Swords is really, really good at doing that. And I feel like you have gotten really good at doing that. I feel like that's what all of this has really taught you how to do and how to be better at. And I think going forward, as we're kind of in these finishing last stages of whatever this is, I would recommend that you continue to tap into that energy. And maybe even give yourself a little pat on the back, because Queen of Swords is some real girl boss energy. That's not easy. It's something that takes lots and lots of time to properly find that balance of, honoring your emotions and your feelings and your humanity, but also having control over that, right? When we think of King and Queen cards, right, they're about control. It's a way of controlling those things. So before we get into this, I want to go ahead and flip over this card. Ten of Wands reversed. Okay. Look at that cat. One thing I love about this deck, this is the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. There's a cat in every single one of these. These ones, there's a cat there. There's a cat there. There's a cat there. I love cats. Okay, so anyway, so 10 of Wands. Yeah, I mentioned it while I was describing 9 of Wands. We have it reversed. So 10 of Wands is what I like to call the plot twist card. Where, right, like I explained before, Ace of Wands is the beginning, 10 of Wands is the end of a big, long journey, project, thing that you're creating or building. But when we get to 10 of Wands, I'll flip this over one more time. We have this witch here who has spent so much time collecting all of these wands, all these broomsticks. It looks like they are. She has worked so hard to get all of these, and now that she finally has them, she's kind of realizing that it's a little more than she thought it would be. It's a much bigger burden and responsibility than she had originally thought. So now here she is. What she worked so hard for is actually kind of a pain. So, plot twist. Didn't end quite how you thought it would. So maybe that's playing a role in this whole dynamic as well. As you get closer to your goal, maybe that's part of what this chaos is that realization of like, oh, wait, this is actually going to be kind of a lot, and maybe that's already kind of seeping into this a little bit. To illustrate my point, a good example of this is graduating college. You work so hard, or even high school, right? But graduating, you work so hard to get your education, all these years, the vast majority of your life. If you go to college, you spent all this money to work really, really hard to get this degree. And once you get that degree, you feel so accomplished and like, oh my God, this is what I wanted. I worked so hard. I did such a great job. It's like really, really great. But now you have a whole new set of, struggles to deal with, right? Now you have to find a job and now you have to go to that job. And like, it's a lot of burden. It's a lot of responsibility. I think that's a very common feeling that, graduates have, or students who are close to graduating have. Like, okay, like, yeah, it'll be great once I have this degree, but how am I going to find a job? How am I going to do all that? That sounds big and scary, right? So all of that being said, we have 10 of Wands reversed, which to me, when I see 10 of Wands reversed, that tells me that you are successfully overcoming that fear and learning to manage that burden feeling. So how are you going to do that? Number 1, 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, it's got kind of a stifling, frustrated energy to it, right? But that's only because it's kind of difficult to learn how to do this properly. So 7 of Pentacles is about letting things be how they're going to be. In this card here, you see that there's this witch, this person who is looking at her grapes, her crops, right? The beautiful fruit that she has spent this time cultivating and tending to and all of that. But you also see here, she's got a book, she's got a glass of wine, she's resting. Because 7 of Pentacles, when it comes up, it's telling you to let things grow how they're going to grow. there's only so much you can do, right? If Seven of Pentacles is coming up, that's telling you that you've done all of the watering of your plants. You've given them enough water. You've given them enough sunlight. You've given them the best conditions that you can. You've done your part. Now it's just time for them to grow. And you have to just sit back and let them grow. Because they're not necessarily going to grow as fast as you want them to, or exactly how you want them to. But, well, first of all, they might, right? It might go exactly how you want, but this is the time to just let it be and trust the process. Which a lot of times that's a struggle because of this witch reverse, the magician reverse, right? Which I think in this context is like wanting to control every little bit, right? Because you've worked so hard to get to where you're at, right? You worked really freaking hard. But you don't want to overexert yourself and be trying to control things that are just out of your control, because you will drive yourself crazy, because you literally can't do that. That is a game you will never win, right? So, okay, let me give you a little bit of a wrap up here, because I know we kind of hit all these different things. Number one, congratulations. You have been doing very well with this Queen of Swords energy. Keep with that. Keep with that. You are doing a really great job with that. I do believe that. With the Magician, aka the Witch reversed, I always have to say, remember your power. That is what the Magician is all about. Remember your power. Remember you have more power in you and more strength in you than you even know. But sometimes that strength means being strong enough to let things play out as they're going to play out, and trust that whatever happens, you will be able to figure it out. Okay? So much easier said than done. I know, but I think that's how the situation is. I do absolutely see you overcoming this. I see you being able to balance these things out and get everything under control. So please don't worry about that. I really believe you'll be able to finish strong. I really do, Aquarius moons. But okay, I think I can leave it there. Okay. If you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reverse meaning, as well as any symbolism within them. So if you'd like any more information about that, I highly recommend you check that out. If I could recommend a card for you to maybe check out if you're curious, Queen of Swords, 100%. I did obviously explain to you what it means, but there's probably more information over there. So yeah, Aquarius moons, I am sending you so much strength to get through this and lots of luck. I know you can do it. I'm not worried about you, okay? I know you can do it. This is just the tough part. It's just one of those times. But yeah, I know you can do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.